Whether you're sitting in traffic or sitting on a rocking chair, welcome. This is your Texas fishing and fly fishing outlook for the week of July 6th through July 13th. I hope you guys had a great 4th of July weekend. But first, let me ask you, how was your 4th of July? Did you steal a kiss behind a sand dune on South Padre Island, or did you just burn your little feet on the sand? How's that sunburn feeling today? Bubbles and peeling? Did you get up before the sun rose on the Gulf and surf fish the long rod with a cut squid on it? I know I did, a long time ago, and I think you get what I'm saying. 4th of July is the holiday, the most important holiday for me in my entire life. So here's what my co-writer Chet said. The big picture in Texas fly fishing and fishing is changing this week, and I know you're ready for tight fly lines and some peace. Well, you get some peace this week anyway. This week looks a little different than most weeks, and it's going to sound a little different too. I'm Shannon, and the good news is this. Summer fly fishing in Texas is in full swing. Fish haven't stopped feeding, they simply adjusted to changing water conditions, and that's exactly what we should do as fly fishers and fishermen. And after a Texas 4th of July, fish are feeling skittish to start off the week. Come on guys, you know that. I mean, there's a lot of pressure in Texas now. Whether you're in salt or whether you're in fresh water, it's up and up for pressure in Texas. You know, one of the things I've learned over the years, and it's become quite obvious, is that fish love moving water, and they love, an injection of fresh rainwater. Cools the water off, increases the activity, and kind of concentrates some of the things they like, whether it's a moving current that stirs up bait and things like that. Runoff, rainfall in the creeks, rivers, and lakes, that's good stuff. And it's a big deal for anglers. So we have some instability in Texas weather this week. It may be a great advantage to us as fly fishers and fishermen. Before I go any further, let me ask you to like and subscribe. That's what keeps the wheels turning here at Texas Flycaster. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go to the Texas coast first. For fly anglers, the Lower Laguna Madre continues to be the crown jewel of Texas fly fishing. This is still where I'd send someone looking for the best chance at sight casting at redfish. Water clarity remains excellent compared to much of the state's inshore saltwater, and despite the summer heat, early mornings continue producing tailing redfish over shallow grass flats and sand pockets. There's no need to push into the heat of the day, guys. And what I would do, cut it off by noon, 11 o'clock, even 10 o'clock. Go in, cool off, have a big old drink of water, and take a little lunch, take a nap. What we're wanting to throw at these guys, flies, small shrimp patterns, crab flies, and lightly weighted baitfish patterns should all be in your fly box this week. Moving along north, up the coast, the mid-coast around Rockport, Port O'Connor, and Matagorda continue to fish well. Redfish are feeding aggressively around marsh drains, grass edges, and especially when you can match an incoming tide with the first couple of hours of sunrise. So check your tide charts, please. And remember on your tide charts, the tide is not the same up and down the entire coast. It changes at different times. If you only remember one thing this week, remember this: moving water catches fish. The upper coast becomes a little more unpredictable after heavy rain. Supposedly, there's going to be some inflow. This is what my writer said. Freshwater inflows can temporarily scatter trout, but they also create feeding opportunities for redfish and black drum. Rather than avoiding the coast, simply spend a little more time looking for cleaner water. Often, the difference between slow fishing and excellent fishing is only a few miles, and I know that. You got to get up and move. You got to move. It's not happening in freshwater. If it's not happening in saltwater, move, people, move. Hey guys, I need you to take a minute and go look at my products at TexasFlycaster.com. My number one selling product across the United States and 3 continents is my fly line mat. Take a look at these. Maybe order yourself one. these kind of things keep the wheels turning here at Texas Flycaster. Thanks for looking. Let's get back to... Now, what do we got to do? We got to move inland. North Texas lakes continue settling into dependable summer patterns. Most of the lakes up here... Let me grab another sip of coffee. Most of the lakes near DFW are at capacity, 100%. As you move away from this area, there's a lot of variations, but Texas, big, huge swath of Texas is not in a drought map. So take that to the bank, people. We got water in a lot of lakes, even though some of them are still hurting. Some of them will always be hurting. Just that's the way it is in Texas. If you're throwing a fly rod, start with deer hair poppers around shallow cover, early in the morning, and right before dark. As the sun gets higher, switch to white clousers or olive woolly boogers, and work deeper points if you can get there, riprap and creek channels. The hill country is where the anglers need to pay the closest attention this week, you guys down the hill country, you lucky little devils, you. Texas is almost completely recovered from the May rains now. Dams will probably start dropping their flows wherever you might see a flow that was kind of out of hand and outrageous. It's probably just done or just about to be done doing that wild thing. And those are sweet spots as if they drop start closing off those dams slowly. There are points at time where the flow is just right if they do it slowly. That's only if they do that slowly. If we're talking Texas freshwater, it's hard to go wrong with East Texas, people. It's just the place. Water everywhere is what I say about East Texas, but I'm not the only one. After the 4th of July like we had, these lakes have to settle a couple of days even to start to fall into pattern. Lake Fork, Sam Rayburn, Toledo Bend, Caddo, and Lake of the Pines are all entering their classic summer patterns. Early topwater fishing around vegetation remains productive, especially during the first hours after sunrise. Just an hour. Have any of you flying English tried Caddo Lake? I just had to pull that out and ask you because I have never been there, but Chet seems to think it's the greatest thing going. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. Please comment when you get home. Not while you're driving. It may be one of the most unique places to fish with a fly rod, working poppers through cypress trees and lily pad fields at daylight. It's about as classic a Texas fly fishing experience as you'll find anywhere. Never done it, guys. Tell me about it. Fly fishing Travis, Buchanan, LBJ, Belton, Georgetown, and Stillhouse Hollow are rewarding for anglers who fish early and stay mobile. That means move. You got to move. Bass are beginning to settle into offshore structure, but they'll still push shallow to feed during low light periods. A small baitfish fly fished along rocky points or submerged brush can be surprisingly effective right now. Now let's talk strategy. This isn't a week to chase yesterday's fishing report. That's why you're here. It's a week to watch the water. If a river is flowing, fish it. If bait is moving, stay on it. Don't leave fish to find fish. If water is dirty, keep searching until you find cleaner conditions. People, come on. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the weekends are over. Things should be settling down. The week is the time to go if you possibly can. Texas is simply too big to let one weather system ruin your fishing trip. Get in your car and drive like a bad motor scooter. Some rivers may be temporarily unfishable, but somewhere else in the state, the fish are feeding. That's one of the great advantages of living in Texas, and you and I know that. Before we wrap up here, my friends, are my best bets for the week. This is the week after July 4th. The number one, week after week, without a doubt, let's have some cheers. Yay! Is the Lower Laguna Madre redfish on fly. And you know redfish are just the tip of the iceberg. Snook, trout, tarpon could be in the mix at a moment's notice on South Padre Island waters. Golly, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Number two, the mid-coast marsh systems. Get in your car, people. Get in your car and drive. Number three, East Texas for me. I'd still have to get in my car and drive. around at sunrise around flooded vegetation and in creek channels. And number 4, Guadalupe bass in the hill country. As soon as river conditions are settled, make sure you stay safe. Do not walk into water that's stupidly flowing. Don't be dumb, people. That's my simple advice. Be smart about it. So here's my challenge for you this week. If you're a conventional fisherman, try it on a fly rod. Even if you also carry conventional tackle, spend an hour with a fly rod. Summer is where fly fishing in Texas really begins to shine. Whether it's casting poppers to bass at sunrise, stalking redfish across a shallow flat, or drifting a streamer through a hill country run, there simply isn't a better way to experience our beautiful waters here in the great big state of Texas. Thanks for listening to another Texas Flycaster Weekly Fishing Outlook. If you enjoyed this report, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel, share it with another Texas angler, and leave a comment telling us where you're fishing this week. Fly fishing, any kind of fishing. I don't care if you're throwing a line off a Coke can. Tell me about it. I read those comments every week, and they help all of us learn more about what's happening across the state. Until next time, fish early, stay safe, keep an eye on the water, and I'll see you and you'll hear me on the next Texas Flycaster Weekly Fishing Outlook. Alright anglers, here's your end note. If you like this better than the other formats I've been doing this podcast in, please say so. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. I am trying to be cooperative with my co-writer Chet, and Chet just abandoned the old format overnight, and we are trying this out. Let me know if you like it and you listen. Like and subscribe. Wind hums through my head. Yeah, I'm rolling through the valley. Wind hums through my head. You can tell my woman I'm gone, and I ain't coming back.